Hey, um, it's October 4th of 2025, and it's currently 1:44 a.m. in the morning. Earlier today, I posted a video about me feeling a bit lonely, and so I just spent time taking some fresh air. And, I was with the stray cat that I not really adopted, but he's been staying here. But now he's home, he's gone home now, and, you know, he was a nice companion. Um, we had a good talk. Well, not like the cat responds. I mean, is a meow like something of a response? I guess so, maybe, but I don't think that he can understand me. Anyway, I think that feeling eased a little bit because, my brother and we ate some noodles earlier about 10, 11 p.m. And so, before my mother died, back then, like about 7 years ago or something, somewhere around that time. Uh, we used to watch Friday night shows. We used to have these noodle night shows where we eat instant noodles and hot dogs, and we have we drink Coke, and we just have fun. We eat while we watch comedy skit videos um, on TV, and my brother and my mother and I used to do that when um, about 7 years ago, I think so. So, my brother just happened to like go home early, and I was there in the living room just reading a book, minding my own business with my cat. And, we saw something on YouTube about the noodles and reminded of it. And he said, "Hey, I'm craving noodles." And then he proceeds to ask me if I wanted some noodles. And then I just said, "Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to eat." And I actually feel a bit lonely. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm not really fond of being with my brother. I'm not really like there was this dynamic, there's this barrier that was built between us years ago because I was a child and he was a teenager. We have a 9 year gap, and so I'm not going to explain the whole lore of why is there a barrier between our relationship, but I'm not really that close to my brother, or at least I don't find myself wanting to be around him because of that barrier. It's not like that I hate him, it's just that I grew up with resentment. And if you may ask, or if you actually notice, that comes from something traumatic from my childhood. And I don't want to blame myself if I have that resentment towards him, because I had the same resentment towards my family as well. My father, my grandfather, I had that resentment where I just don't want to be near them because they felt so toxic to me. But over time, these barriers, they ease up a little bit up until I just decide, no, these barriers are safe to be removed now. Just like with my grandfather, although there are still boundaries. Let's just call them boundaries. There are still boundaries that I would like, or I maintain, because let's be honest here, trauma from childhood doesn't really heal that well. Oh, I gotta fix the lighting. Yeah, yeah. So trauma from childhood doesn't really like go, like it never leaves you. It's just always there. And the only thing that we can do, I think, for me at least, is to just forgive them and be kind and know that they're humans as well, and it's their first time living um, It's their first time living, and I don't have, like, who am I to judge when I myself walk as an imperfect man, right? But the thing is, it's really hard to just say it's all gone. It will take years, decades, maybe even, I don't know how long, because if that resentment had built up since I was a child, then it's gonna stick around longer, and I'm gonna have to actively work on it. And so you may be asking why I'm still awake at 1 a.m. or almost 2 a.m. Well, I was planning to go on a ride outside, just ride with my motorcycle, and just spend the night feeling the air, taking the coldness, and then whatever it is that I really like to enjoy. And yes, I haven't slept yet because I woke up around 1 p.m. today, or yesterday rather. And so I feel a bit disappointed, of course, but I made the most out of yesterday. I worked out, I cleaned the bathroom. I think that's it. But I'm pretty proud that I did something, at least, something that is productive. And, earlier I was feeling a bit lonely, but now I guess I'm starting to feel a little bit lonely again, but it's manageable. It's manageable. Oh, and also I found these videos on the internet. It's I guess this is where I got the inspiration to just go out and ride. These are the videos. How do you categorize this, or how do you call this? Is these types of videos where you just drive in a car or ride a motorcycle just outside while playing, blasting music, cigarettes after sex, or any, or Radiohead, whatever, Arctic Monkeys, whatever comes to your mind when you just want to feel things. You know, and earlier, I was well, before recording this video, I was actually feeling purposeless, meaningless. And, I do all of these things. I study for my college degree, I play games, I do what it is that needs to be done, you know, whatever it is that I do. I don't find purpose with what I do. It got me thinking, maybe it's time to seek God again, or at least deepen my relationship whilst trying to find whatever it is that I'm trying to find, whatever purpose that I'm trying to find. Maybe God will show me what purpose that is, or what purpose I'm trying to find here. Because let's be honest here. If you're watching this video, you're probably like me. You don't want the degree to define you. You don't want what you do to define you. You don't want what you do to define you. Did I just say the same thing? Anyway, your title, whatever it is that you do, you don't want it to describe who you are, because that's really not who you are. I think you and I are like, you want something more, but you don't know what it is you want, probably. And of course, I thought of, maybe if I just stop wanting more, then I'll be satisfied, yes. But I just gotta, for me at least, I just have to find, what am I living for, or who am I living for, what it is that I serve. And then that goes back to God. I guess maybe I overthought this, right? Maybe it's just God that I just need to serve. But I want to see progress. I don't know. I want to feel progress. I want to see changes. It's like you want to volunteer and you want to see someone from become, like, they're sad to being happy, like that kind of change. And if you're just watching this video, you're thinking, what is this guy on about? I don't know as well. I'm just running along my head, whatever it is that I can think of, or rather, whatever it is that I feel. Because right now, I don't really feel anything, but just I want to ride out and just ride my motorcycle. But it got me thinking, what if I just let out my thoughts? So I did record the video and then just ride out after this. So I can clearly feel whatever it is that I am going to feel or I'm about to feel afterwards, which is to, you know, enjoy the ride and not think of anything. But somehow I do actually enjoy this, just talking to the camera without context, without anything, just pure nonsense, I guess. But yeah, sometimes it's just like that. There are days that you can sleep early. There are days that you can't or don't want to feel like sleeping early. And this is one of those days, that I just really don't want to sleep early. Do I still have the audio? Yeah, I still have the audio. I've also been reading this book. It's called "You Only Fall in Love Three Times" by Kate Rose. The Secret Search for Our Twin Flame. It's a book. Well, she's talking about women, but I don't think this is only for women. So the reason why I picked up this book, well, this book has been on my bookshelf for a while, about 3 years or so, and I haven't finished it. I haven't made it. I haven't even made it past half of the book. But the reason why I have it in my bookshelf is because I keep seeking for a partner. I don't know actually what it is like to fall in love. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. And the reason why I picked this up today and started to read, I don't know. Maybe I just wanted something to read. Maybe I just wanted something to occupy my mind, and it actually did the job. So, if you don't know what to do, just read a book, pick something up. You know, I guess book is the best thing that you could do is just read it, and whatever. It just worked for me, I guess. Oh, and I've also drank like 4 cups or 4 mugs rather of tea today, and I have been enjoying tea much more than I expected myself to. I am getting old. I'm only like what 23 years old, and I am significantly feeling the phase or the transition between a teenager to a young adult because I am yearning for simpler things. I'm yearning for things that cannot be bought by money. And I think that all of this is the reflection or the combination of all the books that I've read regarding Stoicism and all the philosophers, all the stuff that I've read before. I think it's only showing up right now. It's probably God's will, that it shows up at this time of my life. Because when I read those before, those are things that I couldn't understand, but right now maybe it's reflecting onto me, reflecting back to me, so that's why I probably understand it even better and much more um, complimentary than who I used to be. Does that make sense? Did I make sense? I don't know. So whenever I record a video, I always try to make or try to say something that will make up for the title of the video. Like like the previous one, I feel lonely. So I made a video, or like I pointed out that I felt lonely, and so that became the title of the video. But this, I can't think of anything. I'm trying to think throughout the process while thinking of what's going to be the main lesson of this video for me. Because, truth be told, I try to tell myself, or my future self, which I'm probably not going to watch, but I'm just trying to reflect on things. But I'm trying to tell myself what are the lessons, or what happened throughout the day that I can maybe look back into and learn from. What did I do today? I mean, I just said what I did today. It's just, I don't know. It's just a statement. It's not really a question. But if I'd ask myself, what did I do today? Is just play games and woke up late and felt miserable, I guess. But this feeling of misery doesn't really last long, because I'm quite happy that I get to feel this way. And by this way, I mean, whenever I feel miserable, or whenever I feel sad, whenever I feel depressed, I always come back to the thought of two things. One, I always come back to the thought of God. If I feel miserable, I just think about Him. I think about God. I think about Jesus. Wow, Jesus really died for me. And I don't have. I feel useless. I mean, wow. It's, that sacrifice is not meant for me to feel useless. I must make something out of it. And number two, sorry, my tongue slipped a little bit there. Number two, a man without purpose will always feel miserable. But I have a purpose. I know my purpose deep inside my heart. Even though that sometimes it may just fade away, I just don't know what my purpose is. Just a little reflection, a little breathe, or a little breath, rather, of fresh air will get me back on track. And for me, myself, my purpose is, if I can be someone greater, then I can at least someone be someone better, a role model, someone that could change the status quo of whatever it is. And what am I doing different than the others? There's so much people doing these kinds of videos on YouTube, just talking, yapping. There's so much people playing. There's so much engineers. There's so much coaches. There's so much more salesmen. There's so much people better than me. And sure, at least they're better than me. But I'm not really trying to compete with them. So what am I have to offer to the market? I don't know. I don't think that I have to offer anything. I just want to be myself. I just want to be genuine. Just want to be out there to exist. And if I had the money, actually, I would go out camping and hiking all by myself and just spend the rest of my life doing that, exploring the world, doing all the kinds of fun things. And from what you hear, you're probably thinking, this guy wants to live a life. Well, don't we all? We all want to live a life, right? But for now, everything's just a dream. Everything is just a dream. It's currently 2:04 a.m. I should probably prep. I know it's going to be dangerous at night. Lots of people. I might get mugged, but before I got mugged, or at least before if I get mugged, I'm gonna say to myself that, hey, I lived a happy life. I lived a satisfying life. Ups and downs, but if I die today, then at least I die happy. I die at peace. Well, I don't know what's gonna be the title of this video, honestly, but who cares, you know? I guess that's it. Bye bye.